Sydney woke up in shock and disbelief after one of the deadliest acts of violence in Australia's recent history, targeting a Jewish religious gathering at Bondi Beach. What was meant to be a peaceful celebration of Hanukkah, a symbol of hope, faith, and light, turned into a scene of terror with far-reaching human and political consequences. On Saturday evening, gunshots rang out near a large crowd gathered to celebrate Hanukkah at one of Australia's most iconic and family-friendly public sites. Two attackers opened fire, leaving at least 12 people dead and dozens injured. Police intervened within minutes, shooting one suspect dead at the scene, arresting a second, and not ruling out the possibility of a third accomplice. Shortly after the attack, law enforcement located a vehicle containing what they believed to be several improvised explosive devices, prompting bomb disposal units to secure the area. Given the scale of the casualties, the timing, and the symbolic nature of the target, authorities quickly classified the incident as a terrorist attack, fueling fears of a deliberate assault on the Jewish community. Flags were lowered to half-mast across the country as Prime Minister Anthony Albanese addressed the nation, condemning what he called absolute evil, pledging to mobilize all necessary resources for the investigation, and affirming that hatred and violence would not divide Australia. The Federal Police, New South Wales authorities, and the Australian Security Intelligence Organisation placed the country on heightened alert. Within hours, the tragedy took on an international dimension. Israeli leaders described the event as a massacre. Benjamin Netanyahu condemned the cold-blooded killings, warning of a rise in hostility toward Jewish communities abroad and reiterating past warnings about the dangers of encouraging extremism. From Iran, some officials went beyond condemnation. Ibrahim Azizi publicly accused Israel of orchestrating the attack, referring to the role of the Zionist regime, while expressing solidarity with the Australian people. These accusations were denounced by Israel as propaganda, marking a diplomatic escalation, despite Tehran's denials and its official reaffirmation that terrorism is unacceptable in all its forms. Amid this tense climate, Australian investigators are calling for restraint. Several hypotheses are being examined. Lone actors driven by hatred, extremist ideology, possible links to structured terrorist organizations, or transnational networks, with no theory officially confirmed at this stage. The recent past, marked by allegations of Iranian involvement in previous anti-Semitic attacks in Australia and a deterioration of diplomatic relations, continues to weigh heavily on suspicions. Within Jewish communities, concern is profound. Security has been reinforced around schools, synagogues, and community centers. Beyond Australia, the shooting has reignited debate over the rise in global threats since the start of the war in Gaza in October 2023. On the ground, eyewitness accounts describe scenes of panic and courage, families fleeing, injured children, parents shielding their loved ones, and first responders and civilians running toward danger. One central question remains: who is truly behind the Bondi Beach massacre? An individual act of hatred, a structured terrorist operation, or the more troubling sign of violence exported by state actors onto foreign soil? What is certain is that the attack shattered a sense of security and highlighted the interconnected nature of contemporary crises. Accusations between Israel and Iran now add to an ongoing criminal investigation in Australia, transforming a national tragedy into an international confrontation. In the days ahead, facts must prevail over rhetoric. Evidence must outweigh accusations. For now, Sydney mourns its dead, Australia remains on alert, and the world watches, aware that the conclusions of this investigation could weigh heavily on diplomatic relations and redefine security in an increasingly unstable world. Share this video, and if you're not yet subscribed, do so now. Activate the notification bell, like, and comment to support our work.